Hi guys, my name's Courtney. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do more of a holiday themed look. This is normally what I do when I go to holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever. I love getting ready for the holidays. I don't know why. We all just get dressed up and go to the kitchen and do nothing but shove our faces full of food and hang out with the family, but for whatever reason we've had it instilled in us that we have to get completely ready and whatever. It's fun. So today we are going to do more of a holiday themed get ready with me. I'm going to start out with priming my eyelids. I used to never use the primer. I would just use concealer until I actually got yelled at by someone else who actually loves makeup just as much as me. And they told me I needed to start using primer. So this is the Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer in shade Light. And I just use my fingers to rub it in. There's no sense in finding a brush just to rub that in. Excuse my mirror, I can't see from where the camera is at, so next I want to start out with a good transition color. I'm going to bounce back and forth between the MorphexJaclynHill Palette and the Morphe 35F. Those are really the two palettes that work the best for this look. Morphe is very wonderful quality and very inexpensive, so they have been my main go-to for a lot of the makeup looks that I do. So starting off with the JaclynHill palette, I'm going to start off using the shade right here all over my lid. With that color, it just matches my skin so perfectly. It's a great transition color. So just dust that all over. My face always looks so funny when I do my makeup. Next, I'm going to go in with this yellow shade. I want to keep it really tight and in the crease, just because I'm going more of a 1950s Hollywood glam look. This is just a very good transition color that I like to use in my crease. Blend, 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 blend. So not much of a difference yet. Next, I'm going to get more of a precise brush. Tripping over my words today. Not so long of hairs, just because I want to be able to control where this next shadow is going to go a lot easier. The next shadow I'm going to use is this dark brown at the bottom. I apologize, I jumble up the names, so I don't even bother with them anymore. And this we are just going to line that crease with. I want it to be nice and dark. I know the line is super sloppy, but we're just going to blend it out anyway, so it doesn't make that big of a deal. And then the other side, same thing. Once again, another super sloppy line, but we're just going to blend it out anyway. So let's keep going. Next, I'm just going to find a plain brush and just blend that out, keeping that really tight in that crease. The main brushes that I use are the Morphe brushes. I have the Tarte unicorn brushes, and then a couple Kylie brushes that just came with some of her makeup sets. The one that I'm using now came with her peach palette. You want to get this blended in that crease really well. With this one, I don't really do the windshield wiper motions just because I want to keep it in that crease. I don't want it to go all over the eyelid or blend out above the crease. I just want it to stay right there. So once that eye is done, I'm going to move to the other side. Guess I should have put the mirror right up in my face. Blend, blend. I swear, I always forget to take hair ties off my wrist. I look up and I just see, bam, hair tie. You would think that I would remember to take those off, but I think I'm just going to die with a hair tie on my wrist. It's just going to be how I go. So anyways, now once that is all blended out and stayed in that crease, I'm going to move on to the lid. The lid I want to be very light and bright. Just double checking. So I am going to go in. This brush actually came from the Naked palette by Urban Decay. I actually use this brush a lot. So for this part, I'm going to go in with the Jaclyn Hill palette again. I'm going to use this first color over here. And this I'm just going to pat all over the lid to get that lid nice and bright. Okay, so now that that's done, I want to darken that crease just ever so slightly. I'm going to go in with the black in the bottom corner of the Jaclyn Hill palette. I'm just slightly dabbing my brush into it, and then I am going to go ahead and go in that crease again. Alright, and then once again, I'm just going to blend that out. I think everyone makes the funniest faces while they are doing their makeup. The people that have it down to like not making funny faces and just, you know, keeping a straight face or being able to talk, I want to know how you do it because I cannot do that. Okay, so as you can see, that is done. Let me try to readjust my light to see if that makes it any better. Looked directly into the light, so now my eyes have to like readjust. That might make it somewhat better. Yeah, so there you can see kind of where we're going with it. From here, you can actually just take a wet wipe. I don't know if I have any within reach. I do. But I want to sharpen up that line so I can put my wings on next. just take it. Wait for that to dry. Alright, so for my wings, I have found it's the easiest for me to use the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in Intense Black. I like the felt tip liners when I do wings. I used to use gel, I've tried pencil, and me and the felt tip, we just mesh. We are yin and yang when it comes to doing wings. So I'm going to go ahead and apply my wings. I don't want anything super dramatic because we're going to a family event. We're not going out. It's not like we're going to the club. So, sharp line. Sorry, my eye kind of like does this little twitch thing. With this, because I want the eye to look very open, I'm not going all the way to the inner corner. I actually just stopped kind of right where my lash line begins, right about here. I just want a very open doe-eyed effect, and I found that going all the way in actually closes my eye off some. So now for the other side. And there's the other wing. I have found that a lot of times when I used other products, I would have to go in and like take something, sharpen up the edge to keep that wing looking really sharp and nice. But when I use the Stila liquid felt tip pen, I don't have to do any of that. And that is fantastic. So for this look, you could very easily apply false lashes and be over dramatic and great and fabulous. Normally I would. Tonight I'm just going to go ahead and go with the ready to wear lash extensions. It says that these are contact friendly, but I have found if you get them in your eye and you wear contacts, it is the most miserable next 2 minutes of your life. They will burn and itch, and it's just not fun. So keep your eye really closed when you are using these. What I do is I go ahead and put on a layer of mascara, then I put the lash extensions, then the mascara, and I'll repeat it until I get the desired effect that I'm looking for on that particular day. The mascara that is my new go-to favorite right now is the Marc Jacobs Black Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara. I like the Marc Jacobs mascara to begin with, and this one, I was in a Sephora the other week, and she was like, hey, why don't you try this one? And it's been my favorite ever since. So we will start with that. This is what the wand on that looks like, by the way. Kind of like a Better Than Sex wand, with that concave look to it. With using the lash extensions also, I really like to do my eyes first because those lash extensions will fall down, almost like a fallout from a eyeshadow, and you don't want to make a mess all over the hard work on your foundation that you just put in. Sometimes my eyelashes just don't want to work with me. Sorry. So normally with these, I do 2 layers of each. I feel like that's where I get the look that I'm usually going for. So there's that. We'll go ahead and do the other eye. Man, oh man, it is hot in here. I do not know what is going on, but I am on fire. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but my kitten is sitting at my door crying for me to let her in. She has been rotten as ever. So there is the eyes. Well, the top half of the eyes. From here, we're going to move on to our face. Before I touch the bottom lashes or my eyebrows. So now for the face, I'm actually going to do the Smashbox Photo Finish Priming Water. I was very skeptical about this because I was like, it's water. What is it going to do for my face? But I actually really like it. I have pretty normal to combination skin. I don't really have, you know, specific problem areas. Like, it doesn't normally get oily or anything like that. So I would say for somebody of combination to normal skin, this would be great for. So I just kind of spritz it on there. And then I'm going to do the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation Stick. And my color is the 125. So doop, doop. Get my hair out the way. And then the foundation brush that I absolutely love is the LBD Velvet Luxe Foundation Brush by It Cosmetics. It is so soft and so smooth. I thoroughly enjoy using this on my face. Or, you know, playing with it on my arm or anywhere that it feels nice. I rub it, and I am a child, so it's okay. Not a child, but sometimes. Everybody's a child sometimes. It has been like one of those weeks where my skin has not been very fun to deal with. Ooh, this hair. Alright. Make sure that is good and rubbed in. Blend, blend, blend. Okay, now next we're going to do concealer. I'm going to try to use the Nars Creamy Radiant Concealer. My shade in this is medium 1 custard, but I've actually used it so much that I'm scraping the sides trying to get what's left. So let's see if I can make this work. We may have to go to plan B. Might be able to do it. Just gonna really scrape. Put your back into it. Just gotta put my back into it. What's that song? You can do it, put your back into it. I'm not a rapper. I make that very obvious. Alright. We are good to go. Yay! Now I'm just going to blend it out with my beauty blender. I have this little texture spot right here, and it always looks like I just didn't blend at all. And really, it's not even, it's just texture. Blend, blend, blend. Blending out my forehead. You guys are probably like, yeah, she's crazy. What can I say? Okay, so now that that's done, try to fix this mop, I guess. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows. I'm going to use the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil, and this shade is 3. I was a hands down Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil, dip brow follower, and then I used this in a trial size and fell in love with it. So I go ahead and move my brows up, move them down. I look back at old pictures when I didn't know how to do brows, and I'm like, not good. It was not pretty. Not pretty at all. So I keep the tail a lot darker than what I do the front part of my brow, and then just kind of blend it out. Blend it out. And then I'm gonna move over to this one. Don't mind my eyebrows, because if you get all up close and personal, they need plucked, and they need plucked bad. It is a whole hot mess up in here. Same thing. Brush them down. I just heard my heater kick on, and I think I'm gonna cry because I am dying of heat and sitting right next to the heater, but don't want to go turn it off. So go ahead and blend them out, fill them in. Again, keeping the darkest, most pressure at the end, and just kind of baby hair strokes at the front. It is super important to follow the hair, because that is the best way to get a natural looking brow. And then you don't have to do it all the time. It depends on what I'm doing, on if I will use the brow gel, but this is the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Just kind of making sure that they don't fly away. Brows. So, getting distracted now. So since I am done with concealer and such, I'm going to go ahead and hit the bottom lash line. I am going to use, it is actually this really pretty, let me find it, this really pretty gold in the 35F from Morphe. And I just want to line that waterline on the bottom. I am absolutely not good at talking while I do that. Many flaws, and that just happens to be one of them. Okay, so from there, since I wanted it to be sorry, had to get that inner corner a little bit better. So from there, since I wanted it to be more natural and, you know, open, I'm going to go ahead and highlight the inner corner. I'm going to use that top corner, that top corner shade, and highlight the inner corners of my eyes. But then I'm also going to take that and highlight the brow bone. Not a lot, but just in that little arch. Now from there, I'm going to use the NYX Wonder Pencil in shade Light to line my bottom waterline. This is more of a creamy color rather than a white color to line the waterline with. This just gives it more of an open-eyed look. Open-eyed, bright-eyed. You dig. And then for the bottom lashes, if I can get in my drawer, not knock the phone over, I guess I will just use whatever mascara I can get first. So I dropped, you guys. So I got in the drawer and I got the L'Oreal Paris Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara in the shade Carbon Black. This is my favorite for my bottom lashes. Just the way it makes them look. It's very dark. but it also separates them out very well. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and finish my face. I'm actually going to use the bronzer that is in the Becca Chrissy Teigen palette, just as a natural kind of overall bronzer. And I'm going to use the Tarte. This was their holiday brush collection from 2016, I believe. It came in the nice little travel case, and my child got makeup all over it. That was a fun time. Anyone that has a 3-year-old knows how fun they are, right? So find those cheekbones, up around the hairline. Gotta move my hair. Everyone makes fun of me for my little kissy faces, but I don't even care. I don't care. I will be completely honest, I don't really ever contour my nose, and I don't know if it's just because I don't know how correctly. It's definitely something I should probably look into more, but I guess everyone could point out flaws with their noses or other people's noses depending on the kind of person they are. So I'm just not even going to open that can of worms. So for the highlighter, I'm going to use the Becca Prismatic Amethyst. It looks it's awesome. I love this highlighter. It's very hard to see on this side. Wait till I turn my face and do it on this side. Like, yeah, it's a beautiful highlighter. So for my blush, I'm actually going to use the Cargo HD blush, and this is shade Peach Shimmer. It actually looks like this, like there's little bits of shimmer in it. It has been one of my favorite blushes ever. Just the shade of it is very right for me. I am very fair in the winter, and then I get very dark in the summer. So it's nice that I can use it on both ends of the spectrum. So from there, we are going to do lips. And the color that I'm going to use, could have sworn I got it out. Got it out. So the color that I'm going to use is actually the Tartiest Lip Paint in shade Front Row. It is a very pretty, kind of coppery lip color. So here we go. It is just very, very pretty for the holidays. I look ridiculous with just my bottom lip done. So with this, I like to do 2 coats. Just out of preference to make it look a lot smoother, because that first coat is kind of, depending on how even you get it the first time. It can look very splotchy or uneven. And then I am in love with the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Spray. And we're done. So I hope you guys had a good time and enjoy the look. I will talk to you later this week.